I'm teaching Bollywood dance to like Hong Kong Chinese. My students are Hong Kong Chinese. They learn dance from me basically, and I make movies. So I've been traveling to India and making movies there and coming back. So I'm like going India, making movies, coming back, teaching dance classes, everything going on. And my students, they're very curious to know about this Indian culture, like what are the festivals, like why they do wear these kind of ornaments, dress, costumes, the makeup style, why they have bindi, and they keep asking me like, please recommend us some Indian movies we want to watch. And they always love those colorful songs and suddenly background dancers coming up. So they keep coming and asking me so many details. So I explain them like, oh, this the way the media portraying India is different, and actually what happens in India is different. So I try to exchange this culture information with them. So then, and same meanwhile, my struggle with making movies going on. So one day I thought, let's better I make a movie in Hong Kong itself, because no any Indian movie they didn't showcase the Hong Kong city, because it's expensive to shoot in Hong Kong. Normally they go to Bangkok, it's cheaper, and just they shoot there. So I wanted to showcase this Hong Kong city, but I was little confused, like what kind of concept I should choose. Then the idea keep improving. Then I thought, better I make a Chinese Cantonese movie instead of making an Indian movie. And then I thought, why, if I make a Cantonese movie, why people watch my movie? And in Hong Kong, people are already making good movies. So how can I get new concept making a Cantonese movie? Then I thought, what if I put some songs in the movie and make it colorful and entertaining? Then I thought maybe I can do that if I choose like Indian girl or Hong Kong boy, or Hong Kong girl or Indian boy, like exchange it, culture, and I can have freedom to write the story. Because initial days when I came to Hong Kong first time, whenever I see a beautiful girl, I used to imagine myself like, oh, this girl looks beautiful. Okay, what if this girl wear Indian dress? How she look? And okay, how she looks in wedding dress? So I was going thinking in that way. So I thought maybe if I have a some Indian character in the movie, it's easy to write the script. I mean, can take freedom, not just sticking on reality ground. So from there, the basic idea started. So but same time I want to show like how the reality happening in Hong Kong. I mean, how the basic the discrimination is happening, and how the culture difference is there, even though Indian and Chinese culture are a bit similar, celebration of festivals, but there's still some barrier is there. So I thought this idea maybe is good, and I shared some of my friends, and they said actually the movies with culture and love story always a good topic. So then I started writing story in 2015. Then I finished like I took 1 year so writing the story. Then I started sharing my idea to my friends, my students. Everybody said yes, it looks exciting, but I really don't know where to start, because I don't know anybody in Hong Kong. I don't have any contact. So it's like I'm just sitting at my home and writing. So the first initial thought was I want to go with crowdfunding. Uh, so I took 6 months on, did some research on the crowdfunding. But shooting in Hong Kong with songs, it's a bit, we need at least a minimum budget. So crowdfunding is not I thought it's a good idea, because for very independent cinema with low budgets is better. And it's hard to find crowdfunding in Hong Kong also. So then I started approaching people. Honestly, I start sharing my idea with whoever I met. Like, it doesn't matter if this guy is a filmy guy, this guy is a IT guy, or whoever is like, I just want to spread my idea. Sometimes even I spread my idea to taxi driver also. So I don't know, maybe it keep going. So I started talking with people like for 2 years, keep talking, and so some of my friends they said, "Oh, do you know there is one guy like he works in dramas, one guy works in music." So I started like getting contacts. So it's almost it took nearly 4 to 5 years to set up the project. But initially, it's very hard for me to convince the project because I should make them believe in me first, not the concept. So that they can trust me because I'm an Indian in Hong Kong. So it's not easy task for them to trust me. I think it is normal. Even in India, if any Chinese guy come and say I'm making a movie, so we Indians we go crazy like why this guy is coming to me. So I was it took like normally if it is 1 month process for me it was like 6 months process because keep meeting people like make them believe in me, then slowly later I introduce my concept, then maybe they like they don't like the process was very long honestly. So it started in 2015, then practically started in 2017. I finished story in 2016. I started in 15 and finished in 16. But from then I did some changes because it's everything changed after 17, 18, 19 because of so many issues happening in Hong Kong. Like, you know, protest was going, like suddenly everyone mindset changed. So many things suddenly drastic change happened. So I need to change. I did some changes based on the situation. But one point, so when I was discussing with my friends, they said, I think we cannot go like this. So we need to stick to the project. So we updated the project when in 2019. Finally, like we said, okay, this is the one we cannot change anymore because we can't do that. Because if you see the 2019 suddenly changing within 1 month. In 1 month, things are changing. Suddenly, so many things were happening. October 9, 2019, October, November, December, people were busy with protests. Suddenly, COVID. So it was like funny when we were shooting with mask. Like it's the how we can shoot because background people like when we were shooting in the streets, people were with mask and our actors with no mask. So how people will take when they watch movie. So there was lot of confusion even for us like how we can because we cannot control people public. So we took a few changes. We did some changes based on the situation. My music director, my music producer is from India. He's from South India. His name is Shravan Bharadwaj. So uh, actually, I already like we've been discussing on this project for a long time. So I explained him. So we have songs in the movie, but when people listen to this song, they must think that this is a Chinese song. But same time, when people listen this song from India, they should believe that this is Indian song. So we have to do music something uh, like it can blend to this culture and Indian culture. And he gave fantastic tunes. And I told him some tunes we must look like Indian tunes, like must be like nice Indian tunes. And particularly this song, introduction song of boys introduction song, where normal movies they have where the uh, this we call it hero introduction song. So it is like funny sounding, Indian style of sounding. But I told him, but Cantonese lyrics, and the lyrics must be like very funny, explaining Indian boy in Hong Kong. So we name it Indian curry song, Indian gale. So it's a funny part, and lyrics are very funny, explaining about Yamate, Jordan, Chimchachoi things, Chunking Mansion, like just somehow like Gangnam Style. It came very good, and luckily I got a very good lyricist from Hong Kong. His name is Man, and he really liked it, and he wrote nice lyrics. And one more guy called Andy, the singer, he sang the song nicely. And same way in Indian version also, we got very big popular singers and lyricists, so they worked on the movie songs. I was like going crazy. But one thing helped me. My dance classes really helped me. Like for example, today afternoon I have like I go attend a meeting, I go crazy, and I go into depression, very upset mood. And in the evening I need to go and teach class, so I go to the class very in upset mood. Once I start dancing, all gone. So after finishing class, I'm fine. Okay, let's start doing. But like what you said, how I kept more positive way, there is one point I was like thinking, my first movie I made in India, but I was living in Hong Kong. Like I'm working, I'm doing job, I'm saving my money, but I'm scheduling everything online, working online. Then I went to India, I made a movie in India, I released the movie in India, it was successful, and then I came back. I thought, if I can I make movie in India living in Hong Kong, I think I can definitely make a movie in Hong Kong living in Hong Kong. So that was only one point I was like very strong. I'm really happy. Honestly, yes, we are very happy. I'm really happy. But I thought, like, my idea is like, if COVID, just COVID affected me, some because of locations, I cannot shoot where I really want. Because of restrictions, permissions, I didn't get permissions to shoot. So that's part disappointed me. But finally, yeah, the product looks perfect. My wife is Hong Kong Chinese girl, and we have a son, 5 years, 5.5 years old now. But the story is not really based on my story. Just partly, like maybe you can say 2% or 3%. Just few incidents. So few incidents I took from my real incidents, and I just try to adapt into the story. For example, like when my wife and my family we went to India, for them it was like, in India normally we have dinner, lunch, like the whole family sitting on the floor nicely, happily, and keeping all these food items, everything on floor, and sharing, eating, like the whole bunch, the whole family sitting and they're talking. No phones, no TV, nothing, just you just share, eat. So this somehow when I saw my wife, like she was excited, like, oh, this is nice, we really want to, I really want to eat like that. Even my wife, my mom's asked my wife to, oh, if you're really not comfortable, maybe you can sit on sofa or dining table. My wife said, no, 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 I really like sitting on the floor, relaxing and eating. So this like a few like very minor incidents, but they portray the culture, the excitement, the happiness. So these things adapted in the story, like how when a Chinese girl walks into Indian family house, like how she behaves and how she takes this culture things into her life. So these are few elements or so, but not really my story. My story is a bit boring. I'm still working on marketing strategy. For now, it's going smooth at this moment, and we are in talks with Netflix for now. And let's see. I'm still working on it, and we are planning a song release next week. Uh, so from there, we have maybe how I need to see how it goes, because normally. Uh, Bollywood movies are with songs. So I want to put that Indian kind of song, but with Cantonese lyrics. So it's like a blend. It looks funny, just like a Gangnam style. So I want to do that experiment. So we're planning to release a song next week. We are planning. From maybe from there, I'll get to know how things will go on. Just last month the movie cinemas opened, so we cross checking with the distributors. So maybe we're aiming this summer, July or August, but the date is not yet fixed. So we're having meetings now, like next month, and yeah, hopefully, I definitely want to release this as soon as possible. I want to show to people as soon as possible and start one more project.